everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do the recap for the first BFL on Tanner's Creek, Buckeye Division, Ohio River. So I at least caught one fish. You guys probably seen it by now, but there are several. We done everything. We tried everything. We tried some spinner baits. Well, first of all, we had a delay, right? So delay started out great. We were delayed for almost 3 hours, almost 3 hours to the dot before we started going down and start fishing. I did start out with the buzz bait in the morning. Granted, the fog was already, by this time our takeoff was supposed to be at 6 or 6:30, I believe, and we took off at almost 9:30. And I can't remember boat number 24, I believe. Yeah, we were boat number 24, so we only had a few hours to fish. That kind of sucked. It really did, but you know, it is what it is. We make do with what we was told. So we went on back into a creek. We didn't even leave. I think we kind of hit a couple spots on the way back in, but my boater was catching shorts and several different other fish. Caught everything under the sun but a keeper bass. I was flipping. Now granted, let's set the base here. The water was up because of the rain, and I would say it was probably up 2 to 3 feet for the depth. So we were pitching along, you know, obviously in the river. That's what you can do, is just pitch on both sides up a creek. I was pitching I pinched a spinner bait, pitched the drop shot. I did a tube. I also threw a DT6. It was a demon collar. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but starting out, we did the buzz bait by a bridge. Obviously the sun was up already high, so it was like probably 9:30, 10 o'clock when we got there. Kind of sucked, but it is what it is. My Bodie Coder Steltner, great dude. He had a game plan from day one. We executed that game plan. That's where he wanted to go. That's where we was at pretty much the whole time. I caught a short. He caught one that was probably a line burner. And we ended up throwing it back, but we should have kept it just in case. We could have rechecked it, and if it was no good, then we could, you know, toss it back by the end of the day. So I caught one fish. When I was back there, I was throwing the DT6 Demon Color from Rapala. I love those things. Obviously, there's no rattles to them. It's possible. So it floats. And all I was doing, we were in 3.5 foot of water, and a DT6 goes up to 6 feet. And I don't know if I was grinding the bottom or not, but I was about 3 feet off the bank when I threw back behind us. And then I was bringing it, and I could feel it get down and hit couple things, and then all of a sudden it popped up, and then bam. Didn't think it was a keeper. It ended up being like 13.5 inches, so size limit is 12 inches. My poles that I used, as many of you probably already know, I am no longer with, some of you may know that I'm no longer with Enigma rods. Enigma, I guess, is going out of business. They're selling everything off. I can't promote something that is not going to be around forever. But what I've noticed is their broomsticks are literally broomsticks. And I end up finding a good deal on. You buy 4 of these particular rods, and you get, they were like $130 or 120 bucks. So this is the arc rod. It's the Catalyst. This one here is a 7-foot medium, extra fast action. Obviously, you can say the spin cast. I had a drop shot on it. I was throwing that a lot with the Stunna S4000 from Fitzgerald Fishing. Okay, absolutely love this rod. It's an amazing rod. I actually going to look into getting more and try to become on a pro staff. But so ARC, you're watching, hit me up so you can sponsor somebody. I mean, I'm a very intricate person, so I tried these out this year. This is my first year using them. I absolutely love them. So the second rod that I had was it's also a Catalyst. This is a 7.3 medium heavy fast action rod. It's an arc rod. I absolutely love this rod. This is where I cut. As you can tell, I have a tube hook on there. I was throwing a tube with this rod. Okay. This reel is Cast King's reel. I'm trying it out. It was an inexpensive reel, so I'm trying it out. This is a Spartacus 2 Plus, and I think it's a 7.2 to 1. 7.2 to 1 reel gear ratio. I think I have on all my rods and reels I have P-line. So this one here, since it is a flipping stick, I put 20-pound test on this rod and reel. These Catalyst rods are pretty nice and very easy, like 2-pitch. That was my main concern. After using those Enigma rods like a broomstick, I switched to this. My arm feels a lot better. So, all right, another rod that I had with me, I did not use, but I had a crawl on this one. This one here is another Catalyst. This is a 7.2 heavy fast action rod from Team Arc or Arc Rods. Okay, this in here is a very nice rod. Obviously, this reel is a Fluger rod, a Monarch. This is the one I had for a long time ago. I got it spooled up with some Sunline flipping line. It gives you, as you can see there, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's clear here and then it goes to yellow. Kind of gives you an indicator as you flip, especially in the Ohio River. And this is actually my chatterbait rod. I love this rod. Just unfortunately, Enigma is going out of business and they're making this rod anymore, and it kind of pisses me off. But try to do the right thing and promote, and yet it just didn't happen. Anyway, I was using this specific rod with this reel. I actually had 12-pound test line. I had to re-spool because I was running out. 12-pound test line on there. I was throwing a DT6. I was, like I said, throwing it about 3 feet off the bank behind us. As I'm bringing it down, bam, hit that, got that fish, got it in, stayed pinned, and it hit that front hook of that DT6. So I'm a strong believer in this particular bait as well. I actually had a couple bites on this before I lost this, and this is another one, but I have one similar to this. This one here is a blueback herring, half-ounce slobber knocker. Had a couple bites on it. Couldn't hook up. I think they were chasing the tail. That was a little bit later on. It was close to when I would say probably around noon 30. The bite just shut off. no more bait fish that we have back there. There was no more of that. I mean, we've tried everything. We're trying walking baits, trying, obviously I threw a drop shot. I threw a spinnerbait, my boater, Cody Steltner. He threw a spinnerbait, and it was an actual spinnerbait. It looked like a blue rock spinnerbait. Caught a lot of fish on it. A lot of shorts though. He caught bluegill. He caught some. He caught small bass, bluegill, crappie. I think he hooked into a shad one time, but I mean that was my first tournament of the year, and man, it's all right. I mean, I was able to at least catch one for 1 pound 10 ounces. Got points for the year. I am setting in 34th in points for the BFL. Top 45 go to the regional. So next up is Mosquito Lake in Southeast Ohio. Pretty nervous about that one. They had a lot of grass grow up and they sprayed, so now it's very sparse where to find fish. I'm going to utilize a chatterbait. Obviously, I'm going to utilize a slobber knocker. I'm going to utilize a buzzbait drop shot tube and a couple other things. The thing is the grass, okay, let's say it's 8 feet deep, right? Total 8 feet deep. The grass will grow up to about 5 feet down, so it'll grow 3 feet off the bottom. Perfect for a jerkbait across the top of that, or a spinnerbait, which I'm also going to throw a walking bait, maybe a frog, but I don't know. I'm just gonna sit there and focus on frogs in the morning or buzzbaits in the morning. I might throw this buzzbait here in the morning. Once you can throw that, then go and throw swim jig, swim bait, definitely a chatterbait because of the grass. If we can get on those road beds, I'll throw a drop shot. Yeah, I don't know what else there is. We're just gonna try to go out there and knock them in the head. That's the only way I can say it. We're gonna go out there, do our best that we can, and hope that we achieve something. Hopefully we'll get some. That's all I got for the video. That's the recap for Tanner's Creek. Sorry it wasn't more footage, but between the fog delay and I feel like sometimes I'm a newbie when it comes to stuff like this, but the film, I don't know, it was a lot of boring footage. I had 4 hours of footage I went through. I was over like 4.5 hours and I had to cut it down to meet the, a brief little thing. So, but that's it. That's all I got for the video. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for swinging by. As always, God bless. Townlands, we are out of here. Deuces.